Okay, quick season recap for the Bears. Super proud of the team. Obviously, I wish we were still playing like every coach in America does, and we thought we had a team that was good enough for sure to win that championship in Boise. Came up short against a really good Montana team that we'd beat a week earlier, but definitely does not detract from the season we had. Had a great season. Had a season that kind of had three different phases. Great start. Had the struggle in the middle, but then I was so proud of our guys for their response when we went from 9-1 in the first 10 games to 2-8 somehow in the second 10 games. The response we had to finish out with 20 wins. We were the only team to finish the regular season in the Big Sky with 20 wins. Got all the way back to a tie for fourth, and so just super proud of our guys. So many things to be proud about. Just off the top of my head, obviously the 20-win season. We've won 64 games here in the last 3 years, which I think is the second most in the league, which is something that's not easy to do. A ton of individual accolades as the dust settles. Obviously, three guys that were all Big Sky in their own way. Quinn Danker, unanimous first team all Big Sky. I'm not privy to how all the votes went, but probably really close to being Player of the Year. I thought he was right there. And then Brock Wisney, who was second team all Big Sky, finished a tremendous career. I think he was the 9th all-time leading scorer in the history of UNC in the Division I era. And then Zach Block, for the second time, was all Big Sky, all defense team, which is just awesome. And so having those awards was great. Also going back to Quinn breaking the single season assist record and also the single game assist record. But when you think about the single season assist record, just in the era that we've been here, you think about guys like Jordan Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame, Jonah Radaba, who's in the Hall of Fame, that were point guards for us. And then you go to Matt Johnson, who was just a tremendous all-league player for multiple years. Then you go to Jaron Riley, who is as good of a point guard as I've ever been around. To have Quinn break that record, that they all were in the same situation, unbelievable. And so a lot of individual awards, a lot of recognition. We were hoping to play in the postseason. Didn't know how it would shake out with the CBI. The CBI actually shut down. And so the only tournament to play in potentially would be the NIT, and our metrics didn't hit that. So the season is over, and we look forward to kind of building back quickly here as we kind of get into retaining our guys, recruiting guys, the portal, et cetera, et cetera. But really just having this time, the spring break, it's the first spring break we've had where our guys could go home and where we can kind of at least get a little bit of reflection time before we get into this next phase. So it's a great year for us. It's like I said, it's always painful when it ends. It's never fun when it ends. You never think it's going to end. We had every belief and confidence that we were going to be in Boise all the way to the championship. And so when you come up short in that game against Montana and it's just over, it's a pretty tough feeling. But as time wears on and the sting of defeat starts to wear off a little bit, you can reflect back and look at how many great things that we've done this year. So super proud of the team. And this year's over. We move on to the future.